Hi. So this is another video. I'm gonna continue to make as many. To keep my perps keep using those warnings of what the horrible things I'm going to experience, and they're using it as to them is like validation or what. Somehow they want me to respect them or see them differently because this is gonna happen. Now I understand what they are. I see them truly for the low life trash that the government uses. To do this pedophilia type of tormenting, to manipulate people, to do all these things. So as I guess losing myself in a sense of maybe my body's going, it's not. I feel definitely feel fatigued. I feel like energy is being drained out. That's why I'm like, let me just make videos before I can't do it. And they've gave me enough to talk about in regard of the manipulation, and I know that for me it has helped me a lot. You know, I've been thanks to those testimonies, everything they do to me, it's been I can, it's something that I can validate with somebody else, from the perception manipulations to this perverted, nasty pedophilia type of thought, all of that, the manipulation of my eyes and everything has been said before. Um, the blindness, like everything. So, you know, for me, I want to do the same. Maybe if a target individual doesn't get to see maybe the videos that I saw that validated me, maybe I can provide those videos. I have perp stars, childlike, and I'm not gonna, I don't want to insult them because they can come in all shape and form. But mine, sometimes I just like, it's too much. It's not. It's like obviously that you're just like some perp that the government recruits. They can come in all shape. They can be like very um corporate, uh, wealthy looking, or like, they come in all shapes. But I'm here in my location and they try to blend in some location, and they like to use like childlike people. It's funny. I was going in the hallway. I was about to go somewhere, right? And I can see somebody's some look like a late teen looking. I couldn't like late teens looking person, right? As I'm going up, she just like she started walking like, and you can see she was waiting for her time, and the way she looked, honestly, even with my perception being manipulated, it was like almost she looked trashy. I'm gonna be honest, like a very skinny girl, but it's not about her being skinny that made her look trashy, but she had a crop top and like a shirt, and then she had like eyelashes that looked like wings on her eyes, and she's like trying to like, this like kids like, or very young people try to be like sexy, but it's not looking that way. It looks like she's just like, you should stay home and maybe change you. She had like her eyelashes. I will never forget. Not I'm not saying she's an ugly person at all, but you can see it's kind of trashy the way she was just making herself appear. And honestly, I know why she did this. Is she wanted me to look at her, and then she wanted to try to create something. And I called her in her face. I'm like, "You're trash." She just looked straight and walked away, like walked by him, because she wanted me to look at her in a way. He's like, "You're just trash." And now they try to make me, because she had a crop top. They try to make me imagine like you stare at her belly button or something of that, or that you like. I literally called her trash, and they try to find ways. Okay, what can we do to make him think that he was interested in her? Like this, how delusional these people are. Like even calling them trash is like, okay, how can we just, So that's why they have created a reality that they create a reality that just them for them to create. Um, and I remember saying that to her, and it was like she's like mumbling some things, and what really I couldn't forget really is just she had these fake eyelashes that looked like really like two huge wings, and I'm not even trying to mock her, but that was just like that. It was just weird, right? And now they try to find ways to make him me like, oh, you looked at it. So disgusting, but that's what they do, and they have no shame too, so they'll do that, and escape from reality. He just called you trash. You couldn't stop about how, but let's try. Okay, oh, but we can say that he looked at your belly button, something like that. This is the kind of people that are here to try to make you subscribe to these things. right? But the reason why I'm making this video is, as you can hear this type of rationality, you can understand these are the people who are quote unquote analyzing you. They want you to start accepting these manipulations. One thing they've done um, is like, oh, we matched it. In the previous video, there's I was talking about how they all it took is just a glimpse of something, and they can create a perception of some nature, of sexual nature. And at that point, I was talking about how, like, even though I was looking down, there was my peripheral was able to see something go around me, and there was this person that just walked around, and they started making me stimulated, and not even stimulate, create perception of a sexual nature with the bare minimum I saw, because they can create so much with very little. And they'll just say, "Oh no, we matched it because in the past, I'm not perfect, but in the past, have you ever like kind of wanted to look at somebody, but just kind of like looked at it in a kind of sneaky way, right?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure I've done it many times, but this is the case where I'm trying to look away because this, if I even look a little bit, it's gonna be crazy." And it's like, "No, but you've done it. So this is what you do. That we've matched it to." And then this is the kind of people, the kind of the kind of rationality they want you to have. Like, this to them is winning. Oh, have you looked at somebody's butt before? Yes, I've have. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect, but I don't want to look at this trash because I know what's going to happen. These people, even the glimpse, even looking at some of these kids' forehead, they can create some disgusting things. So what happens is, like, even when I look down and I can see the peripheral, as blurry as little. For example, I can see what's there, but I'm not looking there. I'm looking down, but it's because the peripheral is like that. Now with this little bit, this thing here on the side, on my right side, even though I'm looking down, it's they create things about it. And so in this case, when these people pass by and I can have a peripheral idea of what's around me, they're like they create things in perception that are disgusting, and they're like, "Oh, but have you ever like kind of sneaked in and looked at somebody?" Like, I'm a man and I'm an adult straight man. Of course, I have done that in the past. Of course, I've looked at women in a sexual way. You're trying to force me to look at these kids and perceive them in a sexual way. And so, what you want me to do is to grasp anything, you see anything, any little thing, so they can create a perception. And they're like, "Oh, you see, no, but you have the. This is the kind of rationality. It's like, no, this is what happened. You actually wanted to like lick it down, and they have no shame." It's like, no, we've matched it because before you want to saw this, you wanted to look at somebody look down like that, like these people have no self-respect, and they keep talk about how I'm gonna be tortured. I'd rather be tortured. At the end of the day, I know what these people are about and what they've done. They torture children and women. They're ran by pedophiles. The pedophilia is just a tool they use. They use the most illogical, childlike individual. They call themselves winners, and to be determined how things end for them. But while I'm alive, while they feel like they're gods, let me see as God how what they have to do to be gods, right? They tell me how I'm going to be lame in regard of I'm going to be physically lame, right? Because they're going to handicap me. I was like, okay, well, I'd rather die this way. I'd rather be lame and then die than having to live this trash and dignified, degrading life that they live and then die, working for pedophiles and then die, torturing children and then die, torturing women and then die, doing the pedophilia type of torture and then die. But there's TBD, when and like that's the thing. And then these people just say, "Oh, you're gonna be lame," and going, "This is at least I don't want to be lame. I don't want to be handicapped. But if I had to choose to be handicapped or do what you do on everyday, just eat properly, drink properly, walk properly, for working for pedophiles, I'm okay. Let me be lame and then die." So I'm a target video. These people have no sense of respect, so they will force a narration of the all utmost retardations and make you subscribe to it and tell you how you're gonna be tortured, you're gonna get knocked out, you're gonna be framed, you're gonna all these things that is supposed to be validating to them. You understand? And think that they're winners because my brain obviously is gonna go into that. So be strong and understand the level of retardation. That's the word. That's I have to use this word. It's at this point it's almost mental retardation coming from their end, or at least pushing themselves to be this level of illogical to push retardation onto the target individual. So stay strong and do not subscribe to this thing. Thank you.